All right, some huge news just dropped in the AI world, and this could totally change how businesses get AI up and running. We've seen agents get amazing at thinking and reasoning, but the real headache has always been getting them to work in the real world. Well, that's a barrier that might have just come crashing down.
Look, if you've ever tried to take an AI agent from a cool little demo and plug it into an actual business process, you know the pain. A massive bottleneck just got cleared, and that leap from prototype to production is suddenly looking a whole lot more possible.
So what is this big upgrade we're talking about? Well, it all comes down to a major partnership that's aiming to solve one of the trickiest operational challenges for AI today.
That's right. OpenAI and Amazon are teaming up. What they've built is a brand new runtime environment, and it lives right inside Amazon Bedrock, which, as you know, is Amazon's platform for building with foundation models. This thing is specifically designed for those complicated, multi-step jobs that we call agentic workflows.
It's called the Stateful Runtime environment. Now, the two most important words there are stateful and reliable. This isn't for your simple, one-and-done chatbots. No, this is built for the heavy-duty tasks that businesses actually depend on. The ones where remembering what happened in Step 1 is absolutely critical for Step 5. To really get why this is such a game changer, we have to talk about the problem it's solving. It's a technical hurdle that's been holding back AI agents for a while, and it's known as the stateless problem.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Building a prototype that can do one cool thing is one thing, but getting it to work reliably, day in and day out, in a real production environment, that is a whole different ballgame.
So a prototype is usually stateless. The best way to think about it is like having a conversation with someone who has zero short-term memory. You ask a question, you get an answer, but then poof, all the context is gone. Real business processes just can't work like that. They need memory, they need to know what happened before, and they often need to juggle multiple tools and get approvals.
So, to bridge that gap, developers have had to build all this complicated plumbing themselves. They've had to figure out how to store the agent's memory, what to do when one step fails, and how to safely pick up a task that might take hours to complete. It is a massive, massive engineering lift. And this is exactly where the new Stateful Runtime comes into the picture. It's designed to just get rid of all that manual scaffolding we were just talking about. To put it simply, its entire job is to handle the hard stuff. It takes on all that complex orchestration, all that technical grunt work, which frees up developers to focus on the actual business logic of the agent, not just on keeping the lights on. And the way it does this is by maintaining a working context. This is really the secret sauce here. It's like a persistent memory that carries everything forward, from tool states and conversation history to user permissions. It finally gives the agent a reliable short-term memory to work with. Okay, so what does this all mean in the real world for businesses and developers? The benefits really boil down to three huge advantages. Basically, it's about being faster, more reliable, and way more secure. Let's just quickly break each one down, because this is where you can really see the value.
First up, speed. This quote just nails it. By taking away the need to build that complex orchestration layer, teams can get their AI agents out the door and into production so much faster. They can finally focus on what the agent actually does, not the plumbing that makes it run.
Second, reliability. This is absolutely critical for what's called long-horizon work. Tasks that have a lot of steps and take a while to finish. Because this runtime is stateful, it's built from the ground up to handle those kinds of jobs without losing its place or forgetting what it was supposed to be doing. And third, security. For any big company, this is a non-starter if it's not secure. The fact that this whole thing runs natively inside a customer's own AWS environment is a huge win. It means it automatically plays by all their existing security rules and governance policies, making it much, much easier to adopt. So now that we have a faster, more reliable, and more secure way to get these agents working, what kind of new possibilities does this actually unlock for us?
This is where it gets really exciting. We're talking about real, tangible business automation. Think about a customer support agent that can check 3 different internal systems to solve a problem all by itself, or a sales workflow that automatically updates your CRM, generates a quote, and sends it off for approval. These are the kinds of messy, multi-step tasks this was built for.
When you boil it all down, this technology is a critical bridge. It's what could finally let AI agents move out of the lab from being just cool experiments and become robust, reliable, and secure parts of a company's most important systems.
And that leaves us with a pretty powerful question.
With these major operational roadblocks getting cleared out of the way, are we about to witness the end of AI prototypes and the beginning of true AI workers? Agents that can actually manage complex business jobs on their own? It's a huge idea, and this is a really significant step in that direction.